What is going on, guys? How are you all doing today? The new Flash episode, episode 15 out of time, was shown last night and it was so freaking awesome. And probably the best episode so far. Now, I know that this is kind of a reaction slash theory video, but it's mainly a theory video. Now, I think it's pretty obvious that there are going to be some definite spoilers for episode 15 of The Flash in this video, along with some spoilers from I think it's the Paley Fest trailer for The Flash as well. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but if I'm not, then I don't know, just shout at me in the comments or something. But if you don't know what that Paley Fest trailer is, it was pretty much a trailer for the rest of Season 1 of The Flash, and it had some pretty major spoilers in it, so yeah, if you haven't seen that, then either go and watch it or don't watch this video, because there are going to be some serious spoilers, and you will hate yourself if you actually get these revealed to you without seeing it. So yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into this video and my reaction and my theory and all of that good stuff. So to start off with my reaction, I think you can probably tell that I am pretty pumped up for what's about to come next and all the twists and turns that are coming up, especially the ending of episode 15. That was, in my opinion, extremely expected, but also just the way it was executed was phenomenal. Now, when I say expected, you've got to kind of agree with me, guys. Cisco was murdered, Dr. Wells was revealed to be Eobard Thawne, there was a massive tsunami wave coming towards the city, and Barry revealed his identity to Iris. I mean, we basically got everything all put into one episode, and it was only inevitable that time travel was going to come into it. And the entire episode, like throughout the entire episode, there was a few hints to that. Like earlier in the episode, someone on the street missed their taxi and said, "I'm going to be late." And then when Barry revealed his identity to Iris, he did actually say, "I didn't want you to find out this way." And to me, that is blatantly in your face. Time travel will fix this. Now, moving over to the theory side of things, guys, of course, this is just a theory and it is not an absolute confirmation, so don't take any of this into account what I'm saying as a truth or anything like that, but at least hear me out. So, we know that time travel is coming into it, and Barry has time traveled into the past knowing that Iris loves him now, and that's definitely going to change a few things, especially because Iris told Barry that she loves him under different circumstances. There was death on the line, her father was going to be murdered, and that brought out what she really felt. Whereas now that Barry has time traveled into the past, he's going to probably say something that he knows is true, that Iris loves him, but she's not going to feel that way yet, and she doesn't know that he's Flash anymore. So that's going to change a few things, and that leads me up to why Eddie Thawne is going to hate Barry. And it's because, as you can see on the screen now, Barry does actually sit down with Iris and say, "I know you feel the same way about me too," and I'm going to bet that Eddie catches wind about this, and that's why Eddie Thawne punches Barry in the face. And then, of course, that leads up to Eddie shooting the two police officers and going off the rails a bit and committing murder, which is pretty weird. Also, it's slightly depressing that Barry didn't find out that Dr. Wells was the Reverse Flash, because he could so do something about it right now. Now that he's gone back in time, he can definitely do something about it, but he doesn't know that Dr. Wells is Reverse Flash, so we might as well just let that go. That's going to probably come later on in the season, which obviously I expect, and what's being teased right now. I also think that Barry has probably time travelled more than once. I mean, of course, we've only seen him do it for the first time now, but I think in the next episode we're going to see him do it a few times, especially because Dr. Wells tells him, or, well, should I say, Eobard Thawne tells him that he's been tampering with time travel and he told him not to, and I doubt that you're going to get told not to tamper with time travel if you accidentally do it once. So Barry must do it a few times, probably to take advantage of the situation with Iris, and of course the Weather Wizard, and maybe even Captain Cold, and all of that crazy stuff. Especially with this shot on screen now of Barry fighting himself, or at least it looks like he's fighting himself. Maybe he's trying to prevent himself from doing something or warn himself in advance. I don't know. But that also brings me over to this thing that some of you guys might have thought, just as I thought as well when I saw it. So we saw Barry running in the street at the very beginning of the episode, and he saw like a reflection of himself running next to him. And then towards the end of the episode, when Barry time travelled back, we realised that it was actually him running next to his past self. And you guys are probably wondering, why aren't they stood next to each other when they stop? I mean, you can see Barry stop here on screen, and at the beginning of the episode, he also stopped there, so shouldn't past Barry and present Barry both be stopped next to each other? Well, that's exactly what I thought until I spoke to my dad, and he actually explained it as when they both saw each other, they were actually crossing each other in the timelines, and then once they both didn't see each other anymore, that's when they both went onto their separate own timelines. So the easiest way to explain it is by this picture on screen. Now, I know it's not much, but this is the best picture that I could get off the internet that kind of explained it. So as you can see, there's two lines, and obviously, original Barry is on one of them, and then the present Barry that we've just seen time travel is on the other, and then they both see each other where they meet in the middle, and then once they both meet in the middle, and then they separate onto their own paths again, and that is why they both aren't in the same place at the same time, because they see each other for a split second because they've met in the middle, and then they both separate on their different paths. And of course, the original Barry is going to witness everything that's just happened with Iris, so he's going to go through all that stuff with revealing his identity and all of that. And then there's the Barry that we saw, the present Barry that's time traveled, who's now free to change the future because he's traveled back into the past. And if that makes any sense, guys, then let me know in the comments below. But as for my theories, I think that is as far as it goes. But of course, there is still a few things to do with Cisco not being dead, because as you can see, he's talking to Black Canary here with the arrow cast and all of that, so that's yet to come. And of course, General Eiling does return. We did see him get dragged away by Grodd, so maybe he's being mind controlled by him, I don't know, but it looks to be coming out of one of those meta-human jail cells in the background there, so maybe something's up with him, maybe he's got powers now, I don't know. There is also this skull in the ground, which I believe to be the remainder of Stag's body, and in case you don't know who that is the guy that Dr. Wells stabbed in the early episodes of The Flash. So yeah, unless it's like the original Dr. Wells and, I don't know, Eobard Thawne killed the guy and then took his identity, I don't know, probably not, probably more to do with Stag, but yeah. Also, as you can see on screen, there's this guy, this massive blue face that Dr. Wells is talking to. I'm going to have to start calling Dr. Wells Eobard Thawne because that's going to get confusing for all of us, but either way, this giant blue face could just be a computer from the future, or it could actually be, someone contacting him from the future, maybe something along those lines. He is from the 25th century, so I imagine they have something like that. But either way, guys, what did you think of this video? Let me know in the comments section below. Of course, I've probably missed a few things out and I probably forgot to put some things in. But if you want to let me know, then let me know in the comments below. And of course, I will reply and explain as to whatever you do not understand. Also, let me know what you thought of episode 15 of The Flash. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you think was weird about it? What did you think was good about it? Don't forget to like my Facebook page from the links in the description, and also my Twitter, and make sure you hit the like button on this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video.